cheetah, the predator that pushes the limits of speed. The East African savanna unfolds beneath the rising sun, where the Serengeti and Masai Mara stretch out like endless seas of grass. Herds of antelope move like waves, while lions and hyenas lie in wait. Yet hidden within this stillness is another creature, born to shatter every speed record this land has ever witnessed. The cheetah is a creature crafted by nature with one singular purpose: to reach maximum speed. Every stride is a perfect blend of power and absolute precision. It needs no roar, no display of dominance, relying solely on speed to determine its own fate across the vast savanna. In a land where every second can decide life or death, the cheetah becomes a symbol of the power of time. Just a few heartbeats can spark a chase that makes even the grass tremble. On the savanna, speed is not just an advantage, it is the only path to survival. The savanna allows no mistakes, as every step carries countless dangers. Here, life is constantly tested by split-second choices. For the cheetah, every movement is significant. It does not run to win, but to prove that it still belongs in this harsh land. The cheetah's body is perfectly engineered for speed. Its spine acts like a spring, making every leap more powerful. As it lunges forward, its muscles coordinate seamlessly, producing astonishingly long strides. From head to tail, its structure is a testament to evolution. The cheetah's long tail functions like a rudder, helping it maintain balance during sudden changes of direction. At a critical moment, a slight tilt allows the tail to adjust the center of gravity and reduce inertia. This enables it to sustain deadly speeds while avoiding slips that could cause injury. The cheetah's eyes are sharp and piercing, marked by two black streaks running down its face. These stripes reduce glare and enhance focus when observing prey on the bright grasslands. Thanks to this remarkable visual precision, the cheetah can lock onto a target from great distances and make split-second decisions. Thompson's gazelles stand scattered across the grasslands, their ears constantly swiveling to catch any sound. A single noise can send the entire herd erupting into a cascading wave of movement. These delicate creatures understand that even a moment of inattention could make them the target of the savanna's fastest predators. The cheetah lowers its body, creeping toward the herd of gazelles with steps so light they are nearly imperceptible. Every movement is calculated with precision. Its eyes are locked onto a young individual that has fallen behind. The moment to strike must be perfectly timed to exploit the only advantage it possesses. When the moment arrives, the air seems torn apart by a powerful burst. The cheetah accelerates so rapidly that the ground barely has time to throw up dust behind it. Its speed makes the movement almost impossible to track with the naked eye. All of this happens in a matter of seconds, creating a moment where the entire savanna seems to hold its breath. The young gazelle dashes in desperation, constantly changing direction in a bid to survive. The cheetah stays locked onto its every move, keeping just the right distance to strike. The chase becomes a test of reflex versus speed. A single hesitation, and all of the cheetah's advantages vanish instantly. Even after bringing down its prey, the cheetah's body must still battle its own limits. Its heart pounds dangerously, its hot breath escaping in harsh gasps. It is forced to stop and sit, panting heavily to cool down before exhaustion sets in. On the savanna, even victory can expose it to new risks. As the cheetah sits panting beside its prey, the distant sky begins to shift. Dark circles appear against the pale blue, spinning gently as if the savanna is whispering a familiar signal. Vultures sense the exhaustion faster than any predator. They swoop down with each gust of wind, carrying the premonition that a new opportunity is unfolding across the scorching ground. The vultures land at a safe distance from the cheetah, their dark eyes tracking every movement. They do not rush. The advantage of the vultures lies not in speed, but in patience. They wait until the predator catches its breath and moves on, then approach, turning the leftovers of the feast into sustenance for the entire flock. On the savanna, their role is to ensure the ground never sinks into decay. Once the vultures have finished their part and the sky returns to calm, the savanna shifts to a different rhythm. Where predators just tested the limits of survival, elsewhere life is quietly nurtured. Amid the vast sea of grass, a mother bends to lick the soft fur of her young, opening the next chapter in the story of continuity. The period of raising young is even more brutal than hunting. A mother cheetah must hide her cubs in thick bushes for weeks at a time. Every small movement of the litter can catch the eyes of other predators, such as leopards or lions. The cubs are constantly under threat, and the responsibility of protection falls solely on the lone mother. But the savanna never stands still for long. As mother and cub search for shelter among the tall grass, a golden shadow silently separates from a lion pride. In that brief moment, the natural order asserts itself. The weak cub cannot blend into the grass, and life here quietly comes to an end, as it has countless times before. On the savanna, life and loss are always intertwined in silence. The remaining cubs begin to practice running while their legs are still unsteady. Every slip or stumble becomes a lesson the savanna forces them to remember. They chase each other through the grass, not just for play, but to hone the skills that will determine their survival. In a land where loss can come at any moment, only the swiftest individuals secure the chance to carry on. The mortality rate of cheetah cubs is extremely high. Their mother must hunt, protect them, keep moving, and avoid every threat. A single moment of inattention can wipe out the entire litter. The life of each tiny individual depends on the relentless efforts of the mother, a silent warrior amid the vast grasslands. One day, a young impala strays from the herd for just a few careless seconds. That moment is enough to awaken the cheetah's instinct. No roar, no warning signal, only sharp eyes cutting across the sea of grass. The decision is made in silence, yet it carries the weight of an entire survival journey. The chase begins as both surge forward. The cheetah accelerates like a streak of light, while the impala constantly changes direction, seeking a chance to survive. Every movement is a battle between reflex and precision. In these fleeting moments, time becomes the measure of survival across the vast expanse of the savanna. One day, a young impala strays from the herd for just a few careless seconds. That moment is enough to awaken the cheetah's instinct. There is no roar, no warning signal, only sharp eyes cutting across the sea of grass. The decision is made in silence, yet it carries the weight of an entire survival journey. Cheetahs play an important role in controlling the population of small antelopes, particularly those that are sick or weak. By removing them, cheetahs help maintain the overall health of the herd. This, in turn, allows the savanna to preserve its natural balance, enabling species to coexist in a tightly interconnected system. More than a symbol of speed, the cheetah is a key link connecting the energy layers of the savanna. Their presence reflects the overall health of the ecosystem. A savanna with cheetahs is a savanna that maintains its natural rhythm, where every living creature contributes to the grand symphony of life. Leopard, the soul of the Amazon rainforest. Dawn ignites the Amazon. Dew glistens on the leaves as it slowly drips away. The great river surges forward, and the forest murmurs like a hidden battlefield. Within this vast scene, the jaguar rises, the embodiment of power and fear in the green heart of the rainforest. It moves without making a sound, as if the jungle itself has learned to fall silent in respect of its presence. Every step is an invisible declaration. Wherever it walks, that land belongs to it. It does not race like a cheetah, nor does it rely on a pride like a lion. The jaguar walks alone. Within the dense forest shadows, solitude becomes its armor, turning it into an invisible phantom. Muscles coil tightly beneath the dark rosette coat. Broad shoulders lock like steel hinges. Amber eyes pierce the humid veil. Every fiber tells the same story. Power reserved for a single decisive strike. Its bite is the forest's nightmare. The crushing force shatters turtle shells and pierces the skull of a caiman. It does not need a long chase. Close the distance, lock the jaws, cut the power of its prey in a single motion. The Amazon rainforest is a maze of scents. The jaguar reads that maze with its whiskers and tongue. It marks its territory with scent, scars tree trunks to send its message. Silent yet never ambiguous. Water is its ally. Unlike most big cats, the jaguar embraces the silt-heavy rivers. It slips half-submerged, ears low to the surface, eyes sharpened like arrows. The prey hears nothing. It can only accept its fate. Each individual is a painting of its own. The rosette patterns on the coat differ like fingerprints. And so, the rainforest does not nurture just a species. It nurtures thousands of unique beings, each one impossible to repeat. The jaguar does not roar like a lion. Its voice is low and rough, short and scraping, like a blade dragged across damp wood. The sound feels like a quiet warning. Those who know how to listen will not be foolish enough to take another step. Its territory is drawn by rivers, ancient tree roots, and scent on wet stone. It patrols like a king without a throne. From time to time, it stops and lifts its head, inhaling deeply. No disturbance escapes its notice. Night descends over the Amazon, heavy like a vast curtain draped across the ancient forest. Within nature's symphony, the chorus of insects rises, weaving an invisible drumbeat that drives the rhythm of survival for all living things. The jaguar glides silently along the banks of the Amazon River. Its eyes blaze as they pierce the still surface of the water. In an instant, it plunges like a living spear, a precise strike ending the unlucky fish in a heartbeat. Dawn breaks over the Amazon, the first light gilding the river's rippling surface. Traces of the night's hunt still linger, and within this vivid moment of renewal, the jaguar continues its endless journey of survival. The jaguar is a master hunter, but it also knows fear. When faced with a massive wild buffalo, it does not hesitate to retreat, scrambling up a tree to seek safety. At times, two jaguars meet on a narrow trail. Shoulders rise, tails lash in measured rhythm. A dry hiss scrapes the air like stone against stone. Most encounters end in a controlled retreat. But when they commit, the rainforest gains another color. Then the rain comes down in heavy sheets. Thunder rips across the sky. Wind lashes the canopy apart, forcing even the lord of the ancient forest to retreat into silence. The rainforest needs regulators like it. The jaguar keeps prey populations from exploding. It removes the sick and the slow. Balance is sometimes written with claws. As dusk settles, the Amazon exhales after a surge of life and death. The ruler does not prove strength with words, but through silence, cold resolve, and finality in every hunt. The jaguar is the soul of the rainforest, nature's answer to the art of perfect assassination. There is no noise, no display of power, just a single precise strike, and the forest settles back into silence. To keep the forest is to keep those footprints. To keep the rivers is to keep those amber eyes. As long as the spotted shadow still hides among the leaves, the soul of the Amazon will continue to breathe evenly. Kangaroo, a leap that reverberates across the Australian outback. Amid Australia's arid grasslands and dense scrub, one creature has risen to become a global symbol. A tireless jumper, carrying both raw power and a captivating wild beauty. This is the kangaroo. The kangaroo is the largest marsupial in the world, equipped with powerful hind legs and a long, muscular tail that acts as a counterbalance, allowing it to maintain remarkable stability. They can reach nearly 2 meters in height and weigh over 90 kilograms, making each bound feel like a powerful surge through space. Unlike any other mammal, kangaroos move by hopping. With a single leap, they can cover more than 9 meters, reaching speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour, turning the open grasslands into a stage for power and agility. Its thick, powerful tail functions like a third leg, providing support and enabling the kangaroo to deliver devastating kicks when threatened. Kangaroos typically live in groups, known as mobs, which can range from a few dozen to several hundred individuals. Within the group, the dominant male defends the territory and competes for mating rights with the strongest females. At times, adult males challenge one another in unique boxing contests. Bracing themselves upright on their tails, they grapple with their forelimbs and unleash powerful kicks, battling for dominance. The fight ends only when one retreats, leaving the victor standing tall as the reigning ruler. The kangaroo's ability to conserve water is truly astonishing. They can endure many days without drinking, drawing moisture solely from dry vegetation, a perfect adaptation to an unforgiving landscape. One of the most fascinating and remarkable aspects of the kangaroo is how it raises its young. The female has a pouch at the front of her abdomen, where the joey is nurtured during the first months of life. At birth, a kangaroo joey is just over 2 centimeters long, hairless and blind. It must crawl on its own into the mother's pouch, find a milk-rich teat, and grow gradually under the complete protection of that warm shelter. Inside the pouch, the joey spends many months gradually growing fur, opening its eyes, and learning to hop. When it grows large enough, it begins to peek outside, then gradually explores the world, before leaving the pouch entirely to become independent. But nature is never defined by peace alone. Across the silent plains, danger is always close at hand. A pack of native dingoes, their coats glowing golden, spots a group of kangaroos. Footsteps thunder across the ground as the circle tightens. The kangaroo tries to leap away, each bound coming in rapid succession, but the distance keeps closing, and desperation creeps into every breath. A precise strike. The kangaroo collapses amid a cloud of dust. The pack of wild dogs feeds on its hard-won prize. Yet on the grasslands, the lesson of survival remains unchanged. Life is an unending struggle. The kangaroo is not only a symbol of resilience, it is living proof of extraordinary adaptability. In a land as unforgiving as Australia, it survives, thrives, and stands as a source of national pride. Black Panther, the silent demon of the deep forest. In the dense and shadowy jungle, a black shape moves silently through the thick canopy. No sound, no trace, only a chilling sensation, as if something unseen is watching from the darkness. It is the Black Panther, a predator that hunts without a whisper. Unlike its spotted relatives, the Black Panther carries a mysterious jet-black coat, a genetic mutation known as melanism. This dark mantle allows it to melt into the night, turning it into an invisible killer. Its steps are light, almost weightless. Its eyes glow in the darkness. Every movement radiates a deadly elegance. For the Black Panther, hunting is not just instinct. It is the art of patience. Exceptional climbing skills allow it to evade enemies such as wild dogs or tigers, drag its prey up into the trees to avoid theft, and even hunt directly among the high branches. Unlike lions or spotted leopards that hunt across open plains, the Black Panther chooses dense forests and darkness as its allies. It vanishes behind layers of leaves, hides within every shadow, then suddenly emerges like a living nightmare. In the dim forest light, the black coat slowly fades, revealing a vivid pattern of hidden spots beneath. The wild phantom steps forward in silence, carrying an aura of mystery and quiet dominance. With claws sharp as blades and astonishing climbing ability, the Black Panther can strike from above, bringing down its prey with a single lethal bite. It does not rely on speed. It waits for the perfect moment to act. The Black Panther's eyes can pierce the darkness, turning night into an advantage. Even from dozens of meters away, a single subtle movement is enough for it to detect danger and begin its silent pursuit. Though considered rare, the presence of the Black Panther always reshapes the surrounding ecosystem. It is a silent fear, a predator that even the strongest animals dare not underestimate. On a lush green meadow at the forest's edge, where clusters of trees weave light and shadow together, a small rabbit quietly forages, unaware that it has entered the sights of a silent hunter. Without a sound, without a single warning sign, the Black Panther bursts forward like an arrow tearing through space. In a moment of life and death, the rabbit flees in blind panic to save itself. But against the Black Panther's instinct and devastating speed, it is brought down in the blink of an eye. Minutes later, amid the damp carpet of decaying leaves beneath the forest canopy, the predator quietly consumes its prize. No haste, no disturbance, as if the death that just occurred was simply a natural part of this forest's rhythm. Such ambushes are the perfect strategy against small, agile prey. For the Black Panther, silence is the deadliest weapon it possesses. As the sun climbs higher, the forest awakens in a vibrant symphony. Birds chatter overhead, while the sharp calls of langurs echo through the treetops, resonating across the deep green expanse. In a distant corner, a small river flows quietly, its surface smooth like a mirror. Yet within that stillness, A dark shape lurks in silence, eyes glowing from the shadows. Hunting during daylight is not its advantage. The black coat is easily revealed by light filtering through the deep forest. Yet instinct and patience allow it to turn this disadvantage into an advantage. Beneath a thick layer of decaying leaves at the base of a tree, a massive python lies quietly coiled in rest, its body blending into the damp earth. It has no idea that the forest's sudden nightmare is about to awaken. Seconds later, the rustle of leaves announces the Black Panther's arrival. A confrontation between two masters of predation begins. Claws crash against scales, jaws clamp tight. But with courage and agility, the panther slips free from the crushing coils and delivers a lethal bite to the python's neck, ending it in an instant. In the harsh world of nature, survival alone is not enough to be called victory. For the Black Panther, reproduction is the true mission, a testament to strength, dominance, and absolute authority within the green depths of the forest. The mating season of a female leopard lasts around 5 to 6 days, marked by a distinctive scent that spreads throughout the forest. With its keen sense of smell, the Black Panther quickly detects the signal. Waiting there is a spotted leopard. After mating, the spotted leopard becomes pregnant. The gestation period lasts between 90 and 105 days, a time filled with danger. While the female searches for a safe place to give birth, the male Black Panther silently guards the territory against any rivals that might challenge his mating rights. The spotted leopard chooses a small den hidden beneath dense foliage. There she gives birth to 2 to 4 cubs, tiny, blind, and weighing less than 600 grams. A new life cycle quietly begins, fragile yet full of hope. Under the guidance of their mother, the cubs gradually become familiar with the deep forest, learning how to climb and stalk prey. Instinct slowly awakens, shaping them into some of the most silent and dangerous hunters in the wild. Those cubs will eventually grow up, carrying the Black Panther's rare genetic legacy, and continue writing the legend of the silent phantoms that roam the depths of the jungle. As darkness falls over the forest and the sounds of birds fade away, a shadow appears once more, slipping between the trees. No one hears it, no one sees it clearly, only a quiet shiver spreads through the air. Within the dense darkness of the deep forest, the black shadow silently stalks every step of its prey. No sound, no wasted movement. Then, without warning, a lightning strike tears through the stillness. The deer collapses, and the forest falls silent once again, as if the death that just occurred were nothing more than a gust of wind passing through the night. And so, within the pulse of the wild, the legend of the Black Panther continues to live on. It needs no words. A single glance is enough to leave the entire forest in silence. Giraffe, the giant of the savanna. Sunrise erupts over the African savanna, revealing a golden kingdom awakening. From within that sea of grass, colossal silhouettes rise like living towers. Not trees, not man-made structures. These are giants with legs like pillars holding up the sky. Giraffes, majestic and graceful, yet harboring surprising strength. Male giraffes can reach up to 5.4 meters, females around 4.3 meters, both standing tall with imposing necks, nearly 3 times the height of an adult human. They are the tallest animals on the planet. Their eyes rise above the grass, scanning every movement of predators from hundreds of meters away. Height is not just an advantage, it is a survival weapon. The giraffe's heart is a superlative machine. Weighing over 11 kilograms, it generates twice the pressure of a human heart, propelling blood up to a brain nearly 3 meters above the ground. Without it, every step could topple them or even be fatal. All of these features create a perfect survival machine, yet they also hold secrets few truly understand. They are not just simple leaf eaters. They feed at heights no other species can reach, clearing the way for lower animals like antelopes and zebras to access the foliage. There is a secret hidden beneath this elegant exterior. The endless long neck is not just for feeding, but for fighting. It has just 7 vertebrae like humans, yet each is as large as a baseball bat. And in combat, the neck becomes a massive hammer. When the dry season arrives, the males begin their battle to claim territory and mates. They stand face to face, necks stretched high, eyes blazing. Then a hammer-like swing of the neck strikes down, the sound echoing like thunder. Each blow can tear flesh, break bones, and even take a life. The battle is not just about strength. It is a ritual thousands of years old, where the victor earns the right to pass the strongest genes to the next generation. This is why the giraffe's neck is so long. Not to reach leaves, but to claim dominance and assert the status of a true giant. Female giraffes are resilient mothers. When a calf is born, the herd forms a protective circle, their long legs ready to kick away any predator that dares approach. The calf needs only the few hours to stand and run with the herd, but the first months of life are the harshest test. Predators are always lurking, from lions to hyenas, and even African wild dogs. Only unity, vigilance, and speed can ensure the next generation survives. Every step of the herd is a challenge sent to the entire world of predators. During the day, giraffes move in small herds, their eyes always alert. They feed continuously, with each individual consuming over 30 kilograms of leaves daily, keeping the acacia forests in check. When drinking, they must spread their front legs wide and lower their heads to the ground. In this moment, they are extremely vulnerable. One small mistake, and a hidden lion nearby will strike like a shadow. Therefore, within the herd, a few individuals always take on the role of lookout, scanning all directions. When a warning call sounds, the entire herd bolts like the wind, their long legs gliding across the ground at speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour. As dusk falls, their towering necks are bathed in the red glow of the setting sun. In that moment, they appear as pillars holding up the entire sky. And perhaps the greatest lesson giraffes teach us is that to survive and rise above, it takes not only strength, but a vision that reaches far beyond all limits.